My name is Lorynn Demetriades, and I'm a Senior Managing Director at Ankura Consulting. I would definitely recommend it, mostly for the networking and the content. I think those two things are top-notch. You've clearly delivered. It's very well organized. The team have been super impressive, super switched on, helping us figure it out. First-time attendees. It's a big investment for our firm, and I would say without a doubt we'll see the return on the investment. It's been very successful. I very much recommend it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was really powerful. We never get that when we go to other events. We might get the delegate list the day before to just tell us who's in the room, but we would never get the kind of insights around what their actual issues are, what they're interested in hearing more about, what their budget might be, and that I can say from all the other conferences I've gone to, I've never gotten that level of detail about the attendees before I go. I think the way the forum sets up the educational element and then the dedicated networking time and the meetings that have been facilitated between parties who have expressed an interest in meeting one another, I think is fantastic because it makes that networking a lot more targeted, a lot more direct. I know I'm speaking to someone who genuinely wants to hear about what I do. I'm genuinely interested in hearing about their problems and explaining a bit more about what we do. And that setup is very unique in comparison to the other legal and compliance forums that I attend. Yeah, absolutely. I would say more so. I think, obviously, given my experience with other conferences, it wasn't that I had low expectations, but I wasn't expecting it to be as organized and for the delegates to be as switched on and dedicated to coming to the meetings and attending the meetings. And so that I have found really, really well. It's a really packed agenda and there's a lot of content, and the speakers have all been really brilliant. The content's really brilliant. It's different from the other conferences I go to, which might be more consultancy-led or more legal firm-led. So it's their agenda and the things that they want to talk about. And given that this is being led by corporates, it's really cool to hear about what they find to be innovative, what they're struggling with, what their thinking is, and to see them do that networking amongst themselves and that benchmarking amongst themselves. As a provider, that's also really insightful to us. I think it's definitely delivered beyond my expectations, both in the content and I guess the way that it's laid out and shaped. Because we're here doing brand awareness, I thought that was a really critical one. We use the sessions also to get a bit of market intelligence, just to understand a bit more about when companies engage firms like ourselves, what sorts of things go well for them, what are some of the challenges, when would they engage a firm like ours, and so that market intelligence was really quite critical. So it was a really useful experience from that perspective.